Hi, it's Jennie from the Pagan Mama. I wanted to do another episode today of Bitchin' Kitchen Witchin'. And since Poppy brought up the question this morning, I thought we'd cover maybe turning your kitchen into sacred space. Um, do you have to do this? Absolutely not. If you are so inspired to do so, do it. Um, First off, you might want to start with giving your kitchen a thorough cleaning. Scrub that oven, scrub the fridge. I've got a like weekly and monthly schedule. Thursdays clean the kitchen day, and then I've got certain things that I do each week of the month also. That's just me, and thank you, Poppy, for bringing that out in me. um, but it kind of keeps my sanity and what have you. Um, Couple things on cleaning it. I am trying to get away from using the harsh chemicals. Don't get me wrong, I still have some that I love. Windex, for example. But anyway, you know what? I've had great results with baking soda. I use it to shine my sink. Um, Stainless steel sink, I use it for, I'll make a paste, and that's how I polish my goblets that are in my altar. We'll get to that later. Um, Baking soda is probably my most versatile thing in the kitchen. That's just me. I don't know what you do. But yeah, I use it for, I'm trying to think of other things I use it for. Oh, getting off that, and baking soda and hydrogen peroxide, killer for getting, like your cookie sheets clean. Food stuck on pans, etc. You can also just boil some hot water with a little detergent in it, and get that food stuck off on the bottom. It's a great thing to do. Anyway, I also use my homemade cleaning solution, which is I use this stuff for literally almost everything in my house. The recipe's on the Pagan Mama's. It's within the albums there under of Hearth and Home, I think. It's the bottle of Febreze that I've crossed out and wrote homemade over it because that's what I do. I use it for as a Febreze substitute type thing. I use it to clean my counters and everything like that daily. I use it for everything. It's a couple teaspoons of baking soda, a couple teaspoons of borax. Fill it with hot water and then add whatever essential oils you want. I typically go with lavender and tea tree oil. I could also do lemon and like fresh lemon and tea tree oil. That'd be awesome also. Whatever you want. How's that? If you don't want to make your own cleaning solution, you could also use something like 7th Generation or another eco-friendly product that's already made if you are so inclined. Let's talk about floor washes. Today's my day I scrub the floor. That's always fun. But I do this about once, twice a year. I'll get down and magically scrub it. I'll get some hot water in a bucket, some vinegar, some salt. Salt, very important. Great for purification, etc. And then whatever herbs you want to use. So whatever you're trying to manifest, you could use like chamomile for calming and purification. Cinnamon is great to ensure a happy home. Lavender you could use, and that's probably my favorite scent. You could use it to manifest some love, bring some love into your life and your home. Or you can use it as an antidepressant. I use lavender oil every day. You could use lemon peel for purification. You could use rosemary for remembrance, and that also clears out negativity. So if you've had a lot of arguments in your home recently, that's a great way to do it. Throw some rosemary in there. You could use sage. That's probably the most well-known one for purification and wisdom. Just make sure you don't drive your kitchen deities out. You can also use vanilla for love, for happiness. Pick whatever herbs you want, and do whatever. Those are just some examples. I use my floor washes to kind of just do a magical cleanse of my kitchen, and to kind of remind my deities that I'm thinking of them too, because I've got a couple who are awesome. My mom's actually one of them. And I've got another one currently kind of chatting with Ceres, so she's added some interesting stuff. I always picture like a little Buddha type person also in there, but just kind of like to realign with them, whatever. The herbs you add to your floor wash don't have to be. I mean, you use them in whatever variation you want if you want to do it. You could use dried, you could use fresh, you could use essential oils, whatever makes you happy, whatever you have on hand. I'm kind of one of those. I cook with and use whatever I have on hand. All right, so let's get to the kitchen altar. Now, I've considered myself a kitchen witch for a whole lot of years. And I have never had a kitchen altar until Beltane of this year. I just never felt the need for one, and then all of a sudden, boom, wanted one, needed one, have stuff for it, put it together. So, on mine, I think there's a picture somewhere on the Pagan Mama of it. It's, what do I have on there? I've got 3 candles. I've got, I'm trying to think, I drew blank, sorry. I've got a clear quartz crystal. I've got a special wooden spoon. I've got a goblet. I've got my set of silver goblets that I use for magical purposes only. I'm trying to think without actually looking at it what it is, or what all's there. I've got salt and pepper shakers that are kind of special and neat that I don't use for cooking. I just have them for decoration, so I put those on there because they're in this awesome green marble set, and they're not the most functional, so hey, awesome, throw them on there. There's something else that's tall. It's tall. And above it all, anyway, if I remember it, I'll come back to it. Above it all, I have hanging a painting that I made of, it's just this part of one of a series that I've really enjoyed doing. It's my Pride series, so, rainbow and splatters and good to go. But that's just me, again. Oh, my mortar and pestle also sit out there too, because I tend to use that mostly for magical purposes and not a whole lot of cooking. I'm trying to think, what else do I have? I don't know. Let's see here. I've read in a couple places that kitchen altars should be near your stove or oven if possible, or as close to them as you can. My kitchen's tiny, and I'm a messy cook, so I didn't want it actually on my stove. Besides, I tend to use all 4 burners at once, so yeah. But the reason for that is that many of your deities in your kitchen prefer fire. Oh, I know what I forgot on my altar. I've got a card from my goddess deck. It's goddess card pack. I chose Ceres. Like I said, I've kind of been working with her in the kitchen lately. She's added some fun stuff. I was kind of surprised that I went with her over Demeter. That's just me, but I expected that, but Ceres kind of jumped out and jumped onto my altar, so cool. I'll change it up probably seasonally or whatever. Also, speaking of seasonally, I'm going to throw an apple on there probably around Mabon in a couple weeks, whatever, less than, etc. Let's see here, what else? Okay, so place on your altar, near the stove or oven if possible. Yeah. Mine is on top of my microwave because my kitchen is seriously small. And I don't have that much counter space, and I don't have that much stove space, so, I've got it. I picked up this really awesome, like, breakfast in bed kind of tray at Target years ago, and I never found a purpose for it. I just was like, it's really pretty, blah, blah, blah. It now contains my altar, and it fits perfectly on top of my microwave, so, make do with what you have. Seriously, that is one of my biggest things in the kitchen, and I cook best when I'm like, down to the pantry items, bare essentials, and let's throw some random stuff together. That's just me. You also should include some kind of representation of yourself if you're going to go the altar route. Mine is my painting. And I'm probably going to change that up soon too. I might try and attempt a goddess image of, I don't know, of somebody who hangs out in the kitchen. It's also a great way to honor your ancestors. and deities as well. But, like my mom, most of my fondest childhood memories are at her side in the kitchen. And she passed away. It'll be 18 years in November. I miss her so much, and she's still with me very much. I know she's told me she's sticking with me until at least until Blake's, my child's Peanut, is 18. One way I remember her and stay in contact with her is by cooking dishes that she liked, using recipes that she used, etc. And she had many. She was a fantastic cook. But, on her birthday, on her death day, just whenever my dad and I are kind of having a moment of, I miss Mom, we'll make a dish that's, definitely suited for her, or, something that she would have made. In my house, for example, she always made corned beef and cabbage on New Year's. So every New Year's Day, there's corned beef and cabbage simmering on my stove. And it's fantastic. Love it. Can't wait for New Year's Day for that reason alone. Lastly, in your kitchen, once you've got it all clean, once you've got it all kind of, set up the way you want it and whatever works for you, you might want to consecrate it. Not concentrated, consecrate it. And that can be as simple as, taking a deep breath, closing your eyes, opening your eyes, and saying, this kitchen is now sacred space, or something along that line. Whatever works for you. Yeah. Okay. That's pretty much it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask either in the comments below this video, on YouTube, on the Pagan Mama. Message me if you need to. Whatever. Post it to the wall. However. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening and hanging out with me, and we'll see you guys next week, hopefully. All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.